Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel today. Welcome back everyone again to another episode where I am going to talk about the market update for Arizona specifically. This report, the high topic, the really good topic that we are going to see is that the absorption rate has been more than over 200%. So let's dive into the number and we'll see what we are going to have. Okay, let me share my screen real quick. Okay, oops, there you go. All right, so again, the first number that we always gonna look at is the monthly sale. And as you see, this number in this year, we have, in this month, we have 9,476. If you compare to month over month, that is a decrease of 3.4%. And also, however, if you're looking at the year over year, that is an increase of 36.8%. So some of you may think, we see the monthly sales decrease. That means it's going to be the market going to crash soon. Not necessary, right? Because if one number doesn't mean anything, so this is the report. As you see, back in 2019, we also see the trend going down from March to April, and then May, June, July as well, right? So we are going to, first of all, the slow season, and therefore that is one of the factors that make the monthly sales decrease. The other reason is that we are now, the home price is already really high. A lot of buyers cannot afford this high price anymore. Therefore, the demand is lower than the previous months. But it doesn't mean that the home price gonna drop anytime soon. And I will show you why it is the case very quickly. The next number that we are going to look at is the the new inventory. As you see, this is another signal saying that we have a new inventory. If you're looking at the red line right here, the new inventory for this month is actually 10,047 property, meaning that we see on the red line that there's more sellers wanting to sell their house on the market to get advantage of this market where they still have a high price for their home, right? That's actually an increase of 4.4% when you compare to month over month. However, if you compare to year over year, that is actually 15% increase. Now, note that it doesn't mean that last year market is less inventory than this year. Yes, on number, right? But the situation is that last year we experienced COVID during that time, and therefore we have a kind of slowdown in April a little bit. So we in this year we no longer have the same situation. We still have COVID, but it is not the beginning. The people already have a lot of information. Therefore, the level of confidence is more than last year. Okay. The next set of number we're going to look at is the total inventory. If you're looking at the total inventory, the total is 9,122. So this is an increase of about 0.9% compared to last month. Basically nothing at all. And you already see since January, February, March, and April, we kind of see the flat line on the total inventory, regardless of how many. That means regardless of how many new listings get onto the market, the same amount of property gonna be sold at the same time, at the same month. Okay, so as you see right here, it doesn't change much compared to previous months. A decrease also 49.2%. That means that another indication that we don't have a lot of housing on the market right now. We don't have a lot of houses for sale on the market right now. For that reason, that is the number one reason why we still see that the home price is continue going up, because when in all the market, right? When there is lack of something, it is always drive up the price. Okay. The next set of next number we are going to looking at is the monthly supply of inventory. So this number means is that if there's no new houses get onto the market, how much longer the remaining houses gonna be last, right? And the answer is 0.96. 0.96, meaning that it's less than a month. It's about, let's say, it's about 28, 29 days. It's actually an increase from 0.92 compared to previous months. Now, that means that there's, again, you already see the number of new inventory, right? We have a higher number of inventory, and we have a little bit less the demand because of the price. Therefore, we do have a little bit higher months of supply, but it's not much change, right? We are moving from, let's say, the level 13 warning to the level 10 warning. There's not much difference compared to the market, the situation of the market last month. The next number is how fast, right? How fast the house gets sold on the market right now. If you list the house right now, on average, you're gonna see about 32 days, right? 32 days to sell your house is actually a decrease of 19 days when you compare to the same time last year. So as you see here, even though there are more houses on the market, there's less demand. However, though, if the house is priced correctly, it still gets sold very quickly. 32 days is fairly small compared to previous year is 51 days. Okay. The next set of number is, I think this is always the interesting to discuss about. This is average, the median home price. The median home price in the greater Phoenix area. New listing is 385 is actually an increase of 24% compared to previous year, 2020 at the same month. So people are still confident about a home price, right? If you have a homeowner, if you're owning a house right now, you have more confidence to sell more than ever. You have the right to do so because the current market, there's a lot of people wanting to buy a house, right? With the right price, you could sell it easily within 32 days, as we discussed. The median sale price is $375,000. So this is the exact same forecast that we did in previous months. So this is really good news because it's actually an increase of 25%. And if you keep following previous video that I have, you're gonna see the nice trend increase in the median sale price, which we are going to go next as well. We are going to look at if you bought the house, let's say in 2006, how much equity you already own on average, right? If you bought a house in 2010, how much equity you already own. So we're going to look at that next as well. The forecast for next month is 386, another $11,000 increase compared to the median sale price of this year, of this month. So which is good, right? Which is very great for $11,000. I mean, if you work like $11,000 is not like, not everyone can have $11,000 within a month. Right now, you only need to own a home to get an average of $11,000 per month. So this is really great news for, again, for the investor as well, like for someone who has multiple houses. If you feel that one of the houses you have is in the really bad location, or maybe it's too old, you have to do a lot of maintenance, hey, remember that house is still a diamond for someone, right? So if you want to move your investment from one property to the other, this is the best time for you to do so, because you are at the high price. You can take advantage of higher demand, and then they're gonna bid for your price, right? And you don't even have to do any repair. With the current market, the buyer is willing to pay for those repair for you as well. So if you have multiple houses, this is a perfect time for you. If you're thinking about how to if you're thinking about buying another investment property, right? Okay, so that's all the main topic that I want to discuss about the extra bonus information I want to share with you is that we're going to looking at couple charts that compare between if you are owning a home between this year versus the year you bought the house. Okay, before I go in that, this chart right here showing a year-over-year average of appreciation change, right? Appreciation change. For example, if you're looking at here, 2002 is about 5%. The black one, the black bar is the average, and the blue bar is the median. Basically moving on the same trend. But if you see here, maybe example, if you compare from 2002 to 2001, right, the appreciation gonna be about 5%, right? If you compare from 2005 to 2004, the appreciation is about 40%. Okay, so the difference between the two numbers. As you see here, we see that in 2021 we have a really high appreciation already compared to 2020, even though we are only about five months into 2021. So we can still, this is really good news, right? Because basically we a little bit below 2005, the maximum appreciation year over year, but we are expecting to see this bar gonna go higher there at the end of the year. So that's number one. Okay, number two we want to look at is, I think this is more meaningful for a lot of people, is that this chart right here. So let's say if we are consider 2021 is the zero, right? The home price in 2021 is zero. Then we subtract with the average home price back in when you bought it, right? For example, 2015, for example, right here, 2015. Then you're gonna see on average, you should have earned already $84,000. $84,000, right? So that's a lot of money for 6 years. So that means every year, ladies and gentlemen, every year you don't even have to do anything, and you already have about $20,000 if you bought a house back in 2015. The people that bought a house back in 2011 is the people that getting the most at this time. Okay, you see here about 237,000. 237%. I'm sorry, this is not the next chart. You're gonna see the dollar amount, but in terms of percentage of appreciation, 2011 is the highest of 237% if you bought the house back in 2011. This is a great time because I think at that time you buy at the lowest, because if you're looking at here, in 2011 is still a depreciation, right? The price still go down. So if you bought a house in 2011, you already appreciated about 237% at this time. So this is great, all right? The next chart gonna be similar to it, and I think this is more easy to understand because this is more for the dollar amount, right? The same concept, right? If you consider 2021 as is, you subtract the price for average price for the year that you bought the house, you're gonna see how much in dollar that you have at this time. According to this chart, if you bought in 3 years, 2009, 2010, 2011, you are at the highest appreciation, and that is more than $300,000. That is more than $300,000 that you have on the pocket already. And by just living in a house or by just renting now, even if you rent the house, you even far more than a 300 in profit, because probably you get a lot already from for 10 years of rental, right? It's say on average, maybe we do a low conservative, maybe $1,000 per month. That means $12,000 per year. For 10 years, that is about $120,000 in pocket already. And with another 300,000, you already profit about $420,000 for the last 10 years. So every year you make $40,000 without even doing anything. So this is great news for whoever bought a house back in 2010, 2009, 2010, and 2011, right? The least appreciation, as you see on the chart, is in 2006 and 2007, because unfortunately that is the highest price. If you remember, that is the highest year. That is the year that we have a highest price on the market, and then the next year is crash, right? The market crashed back in 2008 and 2009. So you didn't have a lot of appreciation, but here's the good news. You still have appreciation. You still have some extra if you consider selling the house right now, right? On average, now again, this is on average. It's not like one house. Let's say if you think your house is not that much, it's because of average, okay? So you do have to do, if you want to know about the home value of your home, contact me directly so that I can give you the value of your home and you can know exact how much equity you have, okay? But this chart right here is only for on average for all the houses in the greater Phoenix area. So on average, if you bought the house at the high end back in 2006 and 2007, you still have about $150,000 in pocket already. That doesn't count any rental income that you have. Another $120,000, right? For the last, no, it should be more than that because it's 15 years. So another $180,000 plus $150,000. So you already have $300,000 in profit in total. So this is a great time for this is a really good market for all the homeowners on the market right now. And again, if you are thinking about selling one of your houses, because the reason why I said houses is that if for those of you who only have one house, we do have to have a really good strategy so that you can move and still be able to have a place to live in. If you are interested in those strategy, please contact me directly at 602-515-2442 so that I can consult with you, because that's going to require a little bit more work that we have to work together. However, though, again, if you have multiple houses and if you want to switch to another investment, hey, this is a great time for you to do so, okay? Because of the appreciation, because of the market right now, the buyer don't care as long as they have a house, or they are willing to do all kind of repair and wait all the appraisal for you. So great benefit for you at this time if you are a seller right now. So, okay, that is pretty much all I have to share with you. That is pretty much all I have to share with you in this market update. Again, thank you so much for watching the market update, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.